Hello, it's Eazytarget coming back at you with another Diablo 3 video. This is the Challenge Rift week 26. As you can see, we got another monk. Let's get into it and see what we got to work with. Alright, if we go ahead and pop into the abilities real quick, we got Wave of the 100 Fists, Wave of Light, Epiphany, Sweeping Wind, Mystic Ally, Mantra of Salvation. And then for the passives, Exalted Soul, Harmony, Seize the Initiative, and then let's go ahead and take a look at the gear. Alright, as we go through here, it looks like he's doing a Legacy of Nightmare build with these rings right here. No other piece can be a set piece besides these rings right here. But some key pieces to take a look at is the Sweeping Wind gains 2 stacks for every second it does not deal damage. And your weapon here increases the maximum stack count of Sweeping Wind by 7. So you can have 10 stacks at all times by not hitting enemies or hitting enemies, basically, with your primary attack. Let's go ahead and show you how this is going to work. Right off the bat, if you just go ahead and pop your Mystic Ally so they're out there and about, and then you want to pop your Sweeping Wind just so it's out there, and as you can see, the stacks go up instantly to 10. As long as you're not hitting anything, it's fine. It'll go down, or it'll stay at the max of 10 stacks, and you're good to go. As you can see, the little bar above the triangle there, it just kind of goes down a little bit and instantly goes back after that second it happens. Whenever you are hitting an enemy, that will go down and you'll have to refresh it yourself. As I'm hitting the targets right here, you can see it goes down and ultimately you will lose it. But you don't want to lose it. You want to be at max stacks at all time. So you want to go ahead and make sure that's popped. And then whenever you're in there, the way to keep it up is to actually attack things with your X or your left mouse click. That's going to keep the stacks up while you're actually hitting stuff. So that's very important whenever you're going through the rift. So if you're just running through things and it's a pretty dense area, you want to make sure that you're just using your X or your left mouse click. Just go ahead and get that extra damage on them. And then whenever you do go through the levels and you're pushing for that elite, Wave of Light to smash down on that elite. I found that just one Wave of Light will destroy a elite pack. Or not a pack, you may have to do it twice depending on how far apart they are. But it does a lot of damage and just destroys them whenever you throw that Wave of Light down on them. Just make sure your stacks are up on your Sweeping Wind. You can use your Epiphany for dashing through the level. If you activate that, whenever you use your main attack, your X or your left mouse click, you'll dash to the enemies around you, just like that. And that'll be able to get through the level a lot quicker. So that's going to be a key feature to get through the level. Otherwise, it's a pretty slow build. So whenever Epiphany is down, you won't be able to move as fast. But as long as that is up, you'll be able to port around and just use your main attack to get you through that level. That is it for that. We're going to move on over to the maps. I do only have 2 maps for this week because I'm fairly confident that everybody should be able to get through it in just 2 levels. The first level basically filled up my meter, and then the second level, by the end of it, the Rift Guardian popped, and as long as you're doing a decent time, you should be able to have it cleared by then. If not, you could always go on to that 3rd level if you're really struggling, but I doubt you guys will be. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. Alright, here we are, starting off with floor 1. We'll be entering in over here on the left. You just come in here, it's pretty dry right at the start, but then it starts to pick up a little bit. But I would just weave on through over to here. And then I would skip this guy for now, this first guy, and then go to the left, pick up that elite, and then just swing around, pick up this guy over here. You may want to skip this guy just so you can have something to fight on the way back. And then just go through him, get this guy over here, and then head on back, and then pick him up on the way. I just picked him up this first one on the way over to him, so then whenever I ran back, there was nothing to kill, so I was wasting a lot of time. If you're using your Epiphany, you can port around as long as there's enemies, so that's one problem, is having enough enemies to port around with. But if you're popping Epiphany, you want to make sure that you got some mobs to port around to. So I would suggest maybe just passing these things up and then killing this guy, and then using your Epiphany after killing him, and then just porting yourself back over to him. That'll work out pretty good, I think. You could even try to drag this guy over to this elite so you can kill them both at the same time, but they do die pretty quickly, so whenever you throw one of your wave of lights on them, bam, they're dead. So whenever you swing back over here, get him down, and then you're just on your way, killing trash on the way. You just basically use your Epiphany if you can, just to port around, just get some quicker times, and then also just make sure that you're using your main attack, so your X or your left mouse click, just to refresh whenever you are hitting enemies. So you don't want to just keep running through and constantly be hitting, because then you'll lose your sweeping wind. And then we'll just go ahead and push on through here. Just go down to the lower half here, kill some of the trash while you're down here, and just kind of swing around after you kill this elite right here. Just kind of swing around down there and just swing up some of that trash. Then you just keep on going up here, hook up on this guy. I would actually probably go this way and just kind of get some of that trash while you're getting to that elite right there, because your allies and your sweeping wind are just killing everything whenever you're going through. You really don't have to stop on them too much, just throwing your primary attack on them just to keep that ability up and going at 10 stacks. Go to the next elite. Here, just try to swing around this corner and try to drag him over to where you get that power, and then kill him on the way out. Make sure you get those orbs though, don't leave them behind. Helps you out with your time a lot. Then once you exit out this level here, get on over to floor 2. Floor 2, you're going to just be starting right up here at the very top. You'll be coming down. So you got your conduit pylon right at the top here. I would actually try to swing it down there, pop that sucker, and then go right back up, and then you can get your elite and kill this trash while you're going through the level. There's a pretty good amount of trash while you're going through here, so you just basically got to run through it. Don't forget to use your primary so you can refresh your abilities. Go through there, sweep all that out. I wouldn't really worry about this section too much, but just go ahead and get this guy right here, and then swing on back over, and you're just clearing trash like crazy with your conduit. Hopefully you can hold it on as long as possible here, but as long as you're not stopping, the conduit will last a pretty decent time. And then go ahead and get down to here. This is a cooldown pylon, so whenever you pop that, then you'll have your Epiphany a lot more often, but we're basically almost done with the Rift here, so you'll be able to use that for the Rift Guardian. But go ahead and pop that guy, and then just kill this trash with your sweeping wind, your allies, and then if you have to, make it on down to the last elite before you leave the level. And then hopefully this has helped you out pretty good. It's fairly simple. It's not that difficult of a build as long as you have the things active. Just make sure your sweeping wind is active with the 10 stacks. Just go ahead and use your wave of light for your elites just to basically insta-kill them. And then go ahead and make sure your allies are out so they're killing the trash as you're passing by them. And then you should have a pretty easy time. Don't forget about your Epiphany so you can port around the map. That's basically the only use that I've gotten out of it. Just porting around from enemy to enemy as long as there are some. Sometimes you will waste it because you'll kill it or you'll use it and then there's no enemies to port around and you just basically lose the ability. But go ahead and try that just for porting around. That's the only quickness that you get on this build. If you're not using that, you're going to be moving pretty slowly. But thank you very much for stopping by and getting these maps. Next will be my run. Thank you very much for watching. This is Eazy and I'm out.